Oh, is that why you're knocked out?
No, I didn't eat any banana pudding. I'm just probably from the.
Why do you hate pudding?
The long road march. I look angry too. Is that? I wonder. Do people think I'm angry all the time? I'm not angry, guys.
You always look angry.
Could you put a happy filter on him?
I wish we could.
Without putting it on me. Are we live?
We're not even live.
It says we're live.
There. You see anybody? I don't see anybody. Nobody's commenting.
I'm seeing
Nobody's like, so he's always angry. I'm not angry.
Nobody on Instagram. Or you're not on
Are we
Instagram.
live? Oh, yeah. Going live.
Going live.
Are we live?
Hot damn. Hot damn. Hey,
anybody
here we go again.
Is anybody going to be on the live because it's a Thursday and they don't think we're going to be here?
Oh, yeah, that might be. Aaron.
I don't want to hear
what's
it.
What's up?
Too.
You win. You're number one.
Aaron, you win. John's going to send you a prize.
It'll come from Skully.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we're on a multi-platform here. We're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and X. You can just stop saying formerly known as Twitter. Everybody knows what X is. Headed to farmer's market. You better only bring back 5 plants.
Who's going to farmer's market?
Amanda. She's really good at buying plants. She doesn't ever plant plants. Jose Rivera, what's up, man?
Jose.
Or we'll buy a 50-cent plant. And it'll cost $500 by the time the plant's done. I wanted to go to farmer's market. I mean,
why can't she wait? It doesn't look like we're going to be on here very long because nobody's
got an IG notification, but not from YouTube. What the fuck is that, man? The other night, 3 days ago, YouTube, everybody had been unsubscribed. Every person coming on said, "Hey, I'm subscribed," and when they would go to like the video, it would light it up as liked, and then it would say you've exceeded your likes or some bullshit, and it unliked everybody's videos. It was some glitch going on with YouTube. Apparently, it was happening on other channels too.
Did you see speaking of glitchy? Have you seen the video of Nancy Pelosi in the woods eating pine needle?
No, is that CGI or AI or something?
I'm sure it's CGI, but it's hilarious. They're like, why are all these people glitchy? It's Nancy Pelosi in the woods eating pine needles.
Oh, yeah. Jose signed up with Optimize You, man. That'll really change things for him, man. Hunger is crazy today. I bet it is.
Why are you hungry?
Because he's hungry. He needs more food intake.
Well, there's a whole thing of banana pudding over here.
It's potions and lotions and stuff going on.
Okay. All right.
Phil, what's up? There's not a lot of conversation here.
Of course not.
Skully and I have been conversating for the last 5 hours on microphone here.
We have, actually. Hungry is crazy. Bob's hungry again. Oh, it's just repeating the same one?
No more have commented. That's all the comments. I guess we're done here.
It's a Thursday. They don't know.
Hamster, what's up?
They shouldn't expect us on
Coos,
Thursday.
What's up? But so they shouldn't expect us. But the ones that are here, that means that the notifications are working.
On the 308 Tavor, my thoughts on the 308 Tavor, I hate it.
Is it bad they're arresting protesters? Well, it just depends. What side is the protester? Are they on our side? Not really. What are we protesting? Are we talking about the Free Palestine bullshit? What do you think about the Trump court case? What a fucking fiasco. I don't know. Is there something new that's happened today?
It's all bullshit. It doesn't even matter if any of it's real. They have been using the law to go after their political opponents. That's all they're doing.
Does the other side do that?
The reality is we haven't before. This is the first time that I don't know if it's the first time because again, I don't know what happened when Taft was president. But in my lifetime, this is the first time I've seen an administration go after their political opponents with the full letter of the law.
So don't you think they should be punished?
Yeah, they should.
So is the Republicans going to be the future Nazis?
No. The reality is
some treasonous shit has happened. Do you not think some people should hang for it?
Well, the people that would hang for treason, like the people that hang for treason are already out of office. It's not those people you have to worry about. It's the people who are still in office.
Jamie, what's up? Corey, if they start arresting protesters, when will it stop? They've always arrested protesters. Stop and think about it. They just
Not-
you
nothing
were
new.
recalibrated because they let them burn fucking everything down for the last 3 years.
The question is, what are they arresting those protesters for? If it's a peaceful,
Yeah,
if it's
who
a
are
peaceful, it's a peaceful protest. I don't care what the protest is. If it's Palestinians against the Israeli state and they are peacefully protesting, that's within their rights as U.S. citizens. If they are throwing rocks through windows and burning fucking buildings down, arrest the fuck out of them. I don't care if they stick the dogs on them.
Did we get the VersaTube question? Yeah, we
What
answered it in
VersaTube?
the guy asked about VersaTube, and I'm like, we don't know what VersaTube is. It's the structure that goes over the shipping containers.
Oh,
Yeah, we talked about it last week.
Did we? I don't remember.
Protests only work if something bad happens. Stay clever. What's up, dude? Jordan, what's going on? Just in general, I don't care about beliefs. Need to reinstate tar and feather. You're fucking right, we do. John, when will the black flag come back? I literally just hung a black flag in the gym this morning. It was the biggest one I could get at the place I was at, and it's only 3 by 5. Bob said, where was that? What did we talk about today?
I don't know.
Hey,
What did we
dude,
talk
what did
about?
we talk about today?
We talked about all kinds of stuff.
Threatening to kill Jess is not peaceful, is it?
Let's see. Do you think?
Do you think it's legitimate to judge things that happened 80 years ago through 24 lens, like
No,
Tucker Carlson saying the atomic drop of Japan was evil? It's easy for him to say. It wasn't.
Tucker Carlson doesn't know what he's talking about because he's first off, he's never served fucking in the military. Second,
He didn't have relatives that were just bombed in Pearl Harbor.
He didn't have any skin in that game. No, it's not that. You're talking about the use of a weapon system that the world had no concept of, and you're also talking about a country that had gone through 4 years of war and hundreds of thousands of Americans were dying. And then you tell them, in order to fucking break the will of the Japanese, we have to invade the homeland. And they were talking about up to 1 million casualties. Guys, this is the reason why Tucker Carlson is full of shit. We killed more people when we firebombed Dresden. We killed more people when we firebombed Tokyo than both of the atomic bombs. The atomic bombs were actually a humane way to end the war. Yeah, it sucks that all those people got killed at a blink of an eye, but we did way worse shit than those atomic bombs. I mean, again, go ahead and look it up. When we firebombed Dresden, we killed more people than the atomic bomb did. We firebombed Tokyo, we killed more people than the atomic bomb. If we would have had to go in there without the use of those atomic weapons, I promise you, we would have killed way more fucking Japanese. Way more people would have been killed if we'd have put troops on the beach.
On both sides.
So it's a oxymoron to say that you think you know something when you don't even know the history of it.
A lot of people had asked me if I had listened to the Joe Rogan, Tucker Carlson, and I had not until a week after the fact. And people were saying how amazing it was. I listened to, I don't know, the first hour and a half of it, and I didn't hear anything super amazing. Maybe I was calibrated wrong because it was supposed to be so amazing. They had a conversation, cool, but all I took away from Tucker is he's completely disconnected with reality. I don't use a cell phone, and I don't know email, and I don't know who this person is, and that he just sounded kind of like fucking out of it to me. The war would have dragged on for years. Yep, Joe Rogan, Tucker Carlson was born. That's what I thought too, man. For as many people, like people were literally going out of their way to tell me I needed to listen to it. John, nice. Norihiko, how are you, my friend? My friend in Japan. Just listen to Tucker Carlson. Opinions are easy to have when it's not your ass on the line. Yeah. Nothing was missed. That last Patreon, it's up there. You guys can, if you're on Patreon, you can check. Well, you guys are on Patreon. You're not. We just did Patreon questions this week.
No, if you're threatening to kill somebody, doesn't matter who, it's a terrorist threat. They can be arrested for that. So it doesn't matter whether they're threatening to kill Jews or threatening to kill fucking monkey.
Yes,
people,
but it
people
can
with
be
6 toes.
But it can be very vague. Terrorist threat is supposed to be an identifiable threat to one person in an immediate action, and they use it very broad sweeping now.
I mean, my opinion is if you're burning American flags and saying death to Americans, you should immediately be deported.
We're not deporting none of that.
And we're not deporting any of those. That would solve a lot of those other problems too.
stay clever. I did like the artwork. That was very cool, man. He did a giraffe with nods. It's pretty neat. So a digital file would be a cool shirt.
I didn't see the interview. I feel like all the Tucker Carlson's big events are kind of overrated. Like he didn't really. I mean, again, he did get to talk to Putin, but he like didn't really put the thumbscrews to his ass.
Said the only thing noteworthy from the episode was him bringing to light the interdimensional demons and the battle between good and evil. Yeah, but Alex Jones has been saying interdimensional space aliens for fucking 10 years. And you know they're boys, right?
He really talked about interdimensional demons.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. But Alex Jones has been saying that. I mean, what's Alex Jones' batting record? It's pretty fucking high. What are we doing a red? I don't know. I like the Red Rider shirt.
What is the idea?
I don't remember what he said. I'd have to look back at it. It was good when I read it, though. Tucker's only interesting when he has a good guess. That's how I am. Making a model for you. I'm making a model for you two. What's the model of? I don't care about World War II. We lose, so follow Americans president. Oh, Norhinko said that.
I don't care about.
I don't care about World War II. We lose, so follow American
Hey,
president.
the best ally we have in the Pacific is
Japan.
Japan.
Yep. I enjoyed the alien conversation between Tucker and Rogan. I don't believe in spiritual beings, but found it entertaining. Tony from Chicago, what's up, man?
Don't worry, they believe in you.
Tony, does Chicago have the best pizza or is it New York? Chicago pizza's super deep dish stuff, right?
I think. I mean, I don't know what the argument is, but since Chicago has to have the best pizza, since New York is closing down all its wood-fired pizzerias.
What the fuck is up with you guys and fucking bandoliers?
What do you mean? Yes, I've used the 6 mag. I've used the 6 mag bandolier. I probably have hanging on the wall right now. I bet I have 10 6 mag bandoliers full of magazine. It's just a hand.
It is.
It's a hand
What the
thing
fucking is he talking about? The shit the stripper clips come in when you
No.
pull the lace out?
It was in the Molly pack. But the Molly pack, it snapped into the Molly packs, had a fucking handle on it. 6 mag.
Okay.
Which again, hey guys, you were issued Molly. If you were issued the Molly kit, that alone tells you.
There wasn't enough ammo.
No, that alone told you that 8 magazines weren't enough because you had that on your or 6 magazines wasn't enough. You had that on your rig, and then the pack came with the bandolier. So, again, you've always been coached to carry more ammo.
Every night, somebody comes on live and they're like, "What do you think about bandoliers?" I'm like, "The bandolier is a question that nobody asked. Doesn't do anything as well as a fucking chest rig. If it's one, and guys do it because they're trying to be cheap, right? They want to spend less money so they can buy this bandolier. There are also some boutique gear makers out there making fucking bandoliers with the magazines upside down, and I'm like, whatever. You want to buy it, fucking buy it. It doesn't do anything as well as any of the real chest rigs that are out there. It is an answer to a question nobody asked. In my opinion, it's more of the same old. They throw out the bread and circuses and media dilemmas in order to complacent and docile. Yep. Think about that too, right? If there's interdimensional space aliens or demons or whatever, can you fucking do anything about it? Are you better off knowing it? Because all we're going to do is talk about it and we're going to be in a tizzy all over the internet arguing with people about some shit we can't prove or even fucking put a finger on. And you could have used that time in that headspace to actually better yourself or do something that would actually make you better. I guess better yourself.
I cured your ED. Good. I am glad I could help
How's
you.
that coming from?
I don't know.
People say that every night. Skully cured my ED.
I love it. I love it. If I can do that for you, I'm very happy that I was able to do that for you because ED is a terrible thing.
I asked because they're an easy way to carry more mags and sustainment. Yeah,
What's that?
the bandolier.
Why did Norhiko's thing get?
It
What are those?
it's just. Is you talking about this?
No, right here. Look, but the few
2 months yen is very low.
What?
Something because it's
Customer?
from Japan
Are
or
you
something.
cussing over there?
I pulled over on the expressway. Best pizza depends on what you want. If you want fire cooked and high quality, Chicago. If you want saltiness, ketchup, and string cheese, New York. All right, man. All right.
There you go. Yeah.
John and Skully, have you ever jumped out of a plane?
Yes.
No, I have not.
Jumped out of when I was in high school. My buddy Dave Eaton thought that we were going to be fucking sky warriors, so we went to San Diego Airport and jumped down there. And then when I was in the Marine Corps, I was fortunate enough to be at a place when I was at SOTG that got jump billets, and so I was able to go to jump school. And then when I got back, I was fortunate enough because I was at SOTG to be able to do the continuation jump requirements that get you your force recon wings, and so I was able to do all that, and I hated every bit of it. Fuck jumping out of airplanes. It's from a military perspective, guys. Not I don't know what you civilians are doing, but man, I ate shit every fucking time. Every time I fucking hit the ground, it was like
You didn't just use
it,
your
it was
PLF?
it was really like somebody fucking hit me, and it was really like somebody. They're like, okay, when you get close to the ground, we're gonna run you over with this car.
That wasn't a parachute landing fall. It was a parachute crash.
Yeah, I only had one. The reality is, well, I had two good jumps. I did a jump out of a CH-46, which was really good, and then I did the last jump at jump school. They weren't going to do it. They were going to cancel it because there was a threat of rain, and the one thing they don't want to have to do there is dry parachutes, and so they were going to cancel it. So we had low clouds. It was a big class, and it ended up they're like, "Fuck it, we're going for," because then they would have had to hold us over for another fucking 4 weeks, stupid shit. And so they're like, "Fuck it, we're doing it." And so we get on the planes and shit, and I was lucky enough to be, like, the first one out. It was a nighttime combat equipment nighttime, and it was fucking awesome. The whole sky it was nighttime, but the moon was lighting up the clouds. It was like a perfect jump. The whole sky was filled with parachutes, and there wasn't a fucking sound. Like, I couldn't even hear the aircraft. There was no sound. The whole sky was filled with parachutes, and I came down and landed like I was on a pillow. I don't know why, but had a really good landing, and I was just laying there in the grass looking up at that shit and going, "Man, that is fucking so goddamn awesome." Because I think it was a battalion we put out. I mean, it was just awesome to see all those fucking parachutes, no noise, and being like, "Man, if this was a legit jump somewhere, that nobody would know what the fuck was about to happen to them." It was pretty cool.
Bob,
I hate jumping.
Bob Lester said all your mags that don't fit in your chest would belong in milk crate.
I mean, a milk crate. If you got a milk crate of mags,
If you have real milk crates,
if you got a milk crate of mags, you got some mags.
you
That's not
cannot
nice.
find. Remember the milk crates were rectangular
Yeah.
and they had metal bands around them,
Oh yeah,
and we could put dirt bikes on them.
yeah. You can't find
You
those.
cannot find
Yeah,
those
that's too
fucking anywhere. Just got to San Diego. Where's the good tacos, dude? I've been out of San Diego for 20 years.
Just walk down the street. There's taco everywhere.
There was good tacos in down what was it called? Old Town San Diego. El Indios is down there too, in that area.
I would wear a squirrel suit to spin a sign out in front of SOE, but not to jump out of an airplane. Those guys are fucking crazy.
Norhiko said, "Come to Japan, we'll hang out."
I would love to come to Japan, Norihiko. I love Japan. It's a very, very nice country.
Did a 22-mile walk the other day with 50 pounds. The
Holy
point
shit.
was to see if I can hike to town and back if needed. I have 6 milk goats and a couple bucks. I realized dude, you have this light has me completely fucked up over here, Brandel.
Super bright.
No, this is not bright enough. We're normally a lot brighter. Here, I got it. Let's enlarge this. I got it. Real sushi. Yeah, your sushi is very different than our sushi. So
That's a good march. That's 22 miles and 50 pounds.
and you got a couple bucks and some milk goats. That's awesome. Can you add rabbits? Do you have chickens? or do you even want them? They carry up to. Oh, he's 6 milk goats and a couple of bucks. So they carry
Oh.
up to 70. You're putting weight. You're using them for pack goats. Is that
No,
what you're
that's what
saying?
he's saying. He realized they make good packs for goats. Do you make any packs for goats? You should make a saddle for goats.
Yeah, that's not me. Legs like me don't have knee and back problems. I'm not afraid of jumping, just wouldn't trust the military.
I mean,
It's a lot more forgiving now. I mean, they got round
yeah, they got
chutes.
all kinds of shit now, but
I mean, square
they
shoots.
are very. The military doesn't fuck around with parachutes, guys. Like it is very rare. It is very rare for you to have it. When you think about the amount of jumps, the amount of jumpers they put in the air, it is a fucking rarity to ever have somebody have to pull their reserve. It's I would say jumping out of a fucking military plane is probably safer than driving your car.
Starlink going in the dog kennel. Putting Starlink on.
I can't afford it, guys. Sorry. I was actually really thinking about doing Starlink for the dog kennel, but the the fucking $800 to get into it, and then the what is it, $150 a month?
Yeah, I think it's 150 a
Yeah,
month.
I can't afford that right now.
44 mags per milk crate. 6 milk crates per dolly size, depending. I was thinking Pat McAfee was saying that too. He was a toad jumper, fucking ripped his bicep and shit.
Yeah, but I mean, again, you know how many jumps Pat Mac had? It's just it's a rarity for guys to get fucked up. There's many again, we're talking about as many jumps as the military does, and they are very particular about how those chutes are packed, who packs them. It's pretty safe.
So you want to use the goats for packing groceries to and from town. I have chickens and sheep too. I figured the goats would be good for packing groceries to and from town. So I don't know where you're located. If it comes to the point where I have to use goats to pack groceries to and from town, there's probably a motherfucker trying to kill me to take those goats to eat those goats. So security. During the Great Depression, people didn't have horses because of horses. But there were some larger dogs, and they were using those with carts also.
I have not tried real Japanese ramen, just the fake stuff that's here. I do have the love of my life really wants to go to the, museum in Japan, the ramen noodle museum.
Ramen noodles, I'm sure it's very different. Having a late lunch with Karita, called me old and said, "No, you're having dinner during early bird special." I'm guessing she's not cooking tonight. I heard uh, you just got the Optimize You program.
Okay, what is cap noodles is not real shit.
Cup of noodles
Oh,
is what he means.
cup of noodles, definitely not real ramen.
He's a chef.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, he's a chef. I need to try rabbit for meat. Yeah. The beauty of rabbits is they're super easy to use. You can scale them really quickly. You can feed them grass, you can feed them all kinds of leaves and foliage if you had to and you couldn't get pelletized feed. The whole mystery of pelletized feed is you can buy a pelletizer and you put leaves and grains and shit in and it shits out pellets, so you could store them in that manner also. But the rabbit manure can be used immediately around your plants, on your plants, in your raised beds, so you have an instant fertilizer. Skully, I wanna spray paint my rifle, any tips?
Yeah, just make sure you don't get any paint in the parts that work. I mean, the good news about spray painting your rifle is you can always spray paint it again. So if you don't like it, you can just redo it. Outside of that, just make sure you use a good degreaser on it, a good solvent or a good degreaser on it. Make sure you got all the grease off, and then the paint will stick pretty well.
And even if you get paint in the wrong place, if you just shoot it enough, it'll blow most of the shit off
I
of there.
mean, as long as you're not going bananas with the paint.
You just have to single fire it each
Yeah.
time. There's a great video of a dozen or so military equipment and vehicle shooting on camera.
Yeah, I mean, it happened. Again, I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but when you compare again, we're scaling up. When you compare the amount of times they do that, how much time they do that, and again, I kinda think when they're pushing those fucking Humvees out of the back of the aircraft, they want them to fail. 'Cause the ratio of failure between, between heavy load when they're doing heavy load versus pushing troops out is a lot different. And so I don't think I think guys are like putting an extra string in there, being like, it's going to be so funny to see this thing dirt dive in.
So
But
they're
I'm not
just
sure.
doing it for entertainment.
I don't. Again, I don't think. I don't know because I'm not a rigger. I know there's going to be a bunch of riggers there, and they're going to be losing shit. But I'm not sure if when they pack those chutes for the heavy drops like that, if those chutes are packed to the same standards that a man chute is packed. I don't know if they're both to the same standards
Double, triple check.
because
that.
I've seen them do heavy drops. I've seen them do heavy drops where it's camouflage pattern parachutes that come out of that thing, and we haven't made those parachutes since fucking Korea. So it's kind of like, have those parachutes just been packed sitting in a warehouse, and they're like, "Hey, let's drop this fucking Humvee." I don't know, guys.
Said I'll put it this way: most public places hire and fire riggers constantly.
Yeah.
2018 ramen shop, Boise, Idaho, before coronavirus. Yeah, he opened a ramen place in Idaho. Did you ever decide out about hosting a sniper ghillie suit class?
Did I ever decide about hosting a sniper ghillie class? No, I don't. I have not decided on hosting a sniper ghillie class.
But he loves it when the Humvees burn in. Baby needs new shoes.
I like the old school Galils. I love the old school Galils too. Got 3 of them.
Encouraging community. What's up?
But every now and then I'm on Gunbroker going, do I need another one?
Just saw Sarah Huckleberry has lost tons of weight. Next vice president. I don't even know who she is.
Yeah, you do.
She
You know
was
her.
the
She was
speaker
the speaker for a little while.
for Trump, and then Trump fired her. Or something.
I think she might have quit because people were ruthless. So that's a tough job.
She got super fat for a while.
Eat a lot of
Pepperine. What's up? When's your next giveaway? You give shit away all the fucking time.
Yeah, we give every 2 weeks we do a giveaway. This next one's going to be a big one though.
I saw some cunt saying.
I'm going to give away.
I saw some little bitch was like, "You should give some stuff away to your members. You only give it away on Patreon and blah 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 blah." And then Austin pointed out, "You don't have fucking members. So what the fuck is this guy talking about?"
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, of course I'm only giving away to Patreon. My Patreon members are going to get an ACOG here pretty soon.
Sarah was press secretary during the
Yes.
impeachment. She has an impossible job. I'm sorry if I offended your girl. Idaho has a lot of white, beautiful girls. You're not allowed to say that, Norhinko. Racist motherfucker.
Yeah, Norhinko. You might have to go to Idaho.
Japanese girls are prettier than Chinese.
I'm going to go to Idaho and tell everybody I'm Cherokee. It seems to work around here.
Looking for a new Razor video from? Nah, we got other shit we're doing, man. You make your Razor videos. We'll watch yours.
Is that it?
That's it. Slow day today.
You're going pretty good. Governor of Arkansas. She's the governor of Arkansas too. She might be working her way towards. She might be being groomed.
Or vice president?
Or, well, I mean, for a presidential run, vice president. That's where you're supposed to start. I don't. When you say vice president, though, Trump's already picked his.
Who is it? Somebody you've never
Somebody
heard of?
you've never heard of.
Advice: snoring while deployed.
Gas mask.
Real?
Yeah. If a guy snored, if a guy, not when you say deployed, if you're in an OP or anything like that, and a guy was a real snorer, he had to bring a gas mask with him. You sleep with the gas.
Nice to see the garden this morning. Yeah, well, you planted it. It is looking fucking pretty awesome. Everything's straight and in lines. It's very nice. I watered it. I watered it for the first time since you planted it the day before yesterday. We'd had just enough rain to keep continually not watering it.
And you can, if you're on deployment with a guy who snores like really bad, real bad, just take the filter off the gas mask and pull out. So on that filter,
There's a little one-way valve.
there's a little one-way valve. Just pull that one-way valve out. It'll tame down that snoring, and he won't choke to death in his sleep.
Should they deploy National Guards to college? Guys, I don't know what's going on. Maybe there's something that's happened today while we've been recording. Um, I mean, we saw how deploying the National Guard works out
At Kent
against
State.
Kent State. Yeah, I mean,
I was actually I drove by Kent State. I was gonna stop in and try and find the grassy knoll where all that happened.
did the sheep end up using the pin? No, somebody else said on the live feed last night. No, the sheep did not fucking one time step foot. I was even feeding them in there, so they had to go in there to eat, and they do not go in at all. The dogs use it occasionally, even when it's raining. Though we'll have structures and dog houses and all kinds of shit. Every one of those motherfuckers is out in the snow and ice. Like I will walk out and be like, "Oh, they had a baby sheep, it's dead." And when you get up there, it looks up at you and goes and runs away.
Empty. Where are you at that it's raining? I'm assuming you're south of us,
Were you
maybe?
in Ohio? Were you in Ohio?
For like 2 seconds. Yeah, I drove through Ohio for like 2 seconds.
Pretty hardcore weather. Not here, man. It's nice
Yeah.
here. We're like 80 degrees.
Oh, I drove through Ohio to get to Pennsylvania to do that course. That's why I was in Ohio.
If the rain moves your way, you probably won't need to water tomorrow. Got it.
Did I post something that I was in Ohio?
Fulco, what's up? No, he's probably just trying to figure out where you were for time.
No. Yeah.
Redbeard, what's up? I live outside Murfreesboro. Can I come in and buy stuff instead of placing an order? That's hit yes, man. More and more you cannot. Can you come here? You can. But if one of us isn't inside when that happens, there's nobody here that's going to like the people here don't deal with customers.
Yeah, it's not, it's a so shop.
And if you bring cash, yeah, maybe you can. Otherwise, there's nobody here to run your card. Somebody has to look up your order. We're really not set for it. If you're coming here, do not come here unannounced. Make sure you talk to somebody. Like today, no go. Wednesday, absolutely no go. Friday, most of the day, not a possibility. More and more, man. I know you want to come here and buy something so you don't have to wait for it to ship or you're trying to save the $10. You create a fucking ton more work for everybody involved when you do that. And I know you're excited to come here. Some people are. You're excited to come here or whatever, but you're going to drive all the way here from Murfreesboro, and we're going to talk for 10 minutes at the most. Like I don't like people are always like, I want to come hang out. Dude, I don't fucking hang out. I do not hang out. I do not sit down. I am sitting right now because I have to be. I can't stand to do these videos. I can't stand up and do them. But like when you see me on a live walking around, that's how my entire fucking day is. Good Billy, what's up, man? Is Berkey water filter still the best? I have Berkeys. I don't have any intention of changing Berkeys. I know there's been a bunch of nonsense, the FDA trying to classify them as pesticides. There does seem to be some other options currently on the market right now because of all of that, but I don't have any of them. I haven't looked at any paperwork or anything on them. So use come to SRF. Yeah, come out October SRF, and you're like the time when we're gonna all stand around and talk. We're gonna all hang out, and everything is here available. And I actually fly people. I have people that come in here from other states to run sales here during these events. They're the same guys we take with us to shows and stuff. These are working men, not to be confused with lazy friend. No, he didn't take it that way. I mean, I didn't take it from him at all. I'm in Murfreesboro quite frequently. But I don't look like Japanese, so I'm okay. What do you like better, M193 or M193 or M885? M55, 855.
Uh, just think of it as a tool in your toolkit. M193 is way better for soft targets. M85 is way better for hard targets. So if you think that the target,
Are we burn through it, or are we gonna?
if you think the
catch
target's wearing some sort of soft body armor, the M855 is way better. If the target on the side of a car door, the M855 is way better. But if it's just soft target, the M93 is way better because it deforms on contact with that soft target. Remember, it has to be at velocity, and it will tear up. It'll put some mean holes in the ham slice.
SRF is really the only time you are ready for it, and I'm not even ready then.
Yeah, and now, and when you think about it, though, too, it's even at SRF. how many hours did you spend in here?
Yeah.
Right? So you're even at SRF, you might not have a capability to hold a conversation with many people.
Yeah, there's people that come to SRF that I don't even know were here.
Yeah, because you weren't here for fucking 72 hours.
I'll come to SRF. I have a few bags I'd like to get, but I certainly don't want to slow down. B. Jones, man, I am telling you, like I put a text out. We put a text out every single day. It takes hours to make that test. We put an email out 3 days a week. It takes hours to make the stuff that is in those on a daily basis. It is almost always gone tomorrow. We show what we built today goes out in the text tonight. If you see something you want in there, then you better buy it.
Right,
If you don't know what you want and you need to come and touch it and feel it, then that's an option for you. But if you see some cool shit that's there, I promise you it will not be here when you show up here. Like order that shit. What long gun and pistol? What long gun and pistol do you prefer personally?
right now, I'm shooting the AI for my long gun, a Tavor for my 5.56 gun, and a SIG 228 for my carry gun.
It's a trick here with a 228.
Why?
Well, the SEALs had 226s forever, and then NCIS got the 228s, but like that seemed to have like gone away for
Well,
ever.
so the only reason why I'm carrying the 22, I don't want to say the only reason, because if I'm going to carry it on the belt, I carry a 226. I'm carrying it concealed. It's a 228, but they're both single action. They both have a thumb safety
Mhm.
versus a decocker.
Ammo for 5.56, 15 10-inch pistol.
Just get a barrel length that's more usable. It doesn't matter, a 10-inch doesn't matter. It's the rifling inside there. What do you have? Is it a 1-7? Is it a 1-10? Is it a 1-12? That's what decides whether or not that round will be stabilized. Now, obviously, the shorter the barrel, the less
Powder burn.
velocity you're going to have. But if you're, again, if you're talking contact distance, if you're using an AR-15 pistol for like room clearing or some shit like that, contact distance, you'll have the velocity. But you're probably going to want to use some sort of bullet that is going to expand, something with a what are those things called? The goddamn green tips and the or just regular ball ammo, some 193. So you can get a lot of soft tissue damage versus just a 22 caliber hole that goes all the way through.
Have we shot the roller skating video? We have not. We're shooting it next week. We have everything gathered up now. Has Skully looked at 30 SC?
No, I I I I attempt, mind you, to stay away from all cartridges that are outside the norm. But I just went to a course where everybody was shooting these 6.5s and all kinds of crazy shit. I took a 308 because that's the norm. I know I can get 308 anywhere in the world. I'm not reloading that ammunition, blah, blah, blah. I'm just an old man, and so I use old man shit.
What pistol round do you prefer? 9mm. He said 228.
I prefer 45. I'm getting older and my bones are more fragile, so I'm shooting a girl caliber 9mm.
Because your bones are getting more
Yeah,
fragile.
that's what happens as you get older, John.
Isn't the recoil less in the 45 than the 9mm?
No, 45 has more recoil than a 9mm.
Not to your wrist, it doesn't.
Yeah, because again, it's a 230 grain bullet versus a measly
Yeah,
115
but
grain bullet.
that's for target, not for
No, it's equal. All actions are equal. I'm cleaning my Graco paint spray gun ATM. Oh, at the moment. But it was
Bob had
acid
said even soft targets have a chance to get hard if not hit fast and hard.
That's why you shoot them a lot.
What
Not
is he
just
talking?
once.
Is there a penis joke in there? What is he
Oh,
talking about?
maybe. Yeah, 55 green VMAX. The VMAX bullets. Those are pretty good. Those are good rounds for soft targets.
All right, guys.
Are we gonna go? Is that it? We're gonna go.
I don't have any more going on here. Where are you guys all on here from? Where are you seeing us at?
Doesn't that tell you? Isn't that where they're from?
Yes, but when I ask them a question, it spurs them to comment, which spikes the algorithm. So
Oh.
that was a trick. Yes, even though we know, they don't know that we know.
Gotcha. Where are you at? New comment. We got a new comment.
Kansas City, Missouri, Georgetown, Kentucky, 518.
5:18 a.m.
Yeah.
Where are you at? Is that
Twitter.
where you go?
CJC7 1295 will help harden those bones. Well, you need CGC7 1295 with KPV and a couple. You can stack those with a couple other things. Isn't that what I stack with Somerelin, Michigan?
You're stacking salmonella?
Somerelin. It's a secretagogue for human growth hormone.
Mm.
So you're not using exogenous growth hormone, so you don't have any amplification of existing cancer cells if you happen to be predisposed to that. It causes your body to release your own growth hormone, and if you stack it, it will open that window from 2 hours to 4 hours. It also aids in sleep greatly.
North Central Ohio. Nice. I heard VP Secret Service agent was fighting each other.
Vice President, Secret Service agents. Who knows, man? Who fucking knows?
Just think about what a terrible job.
Guys, is there something crazy going on today with the college protests? Because we've had a ton of people ask about that shit. Sonny, what's up, my man?
Sonny's on here?
Yeah.
Oh shit. It just got real, people. Keep your comments down.
We finally made it. You like 77 OTM?
Yes, I do like 77 OTM for the right rifles.
What's OTM stand for?
Something about OTM. And I forgot.
Over trajectory management.
Something about penetrating.
I'm riding from deep in Indian reservation territory, Colorado. Man, you need to get out of Colorado. You're like California -2. Northern Ohio. Bob has a bat signal. Just look up towards tonight, and then hey, Black Scout, what's up, man? What's going on? The campus stuff, obviously funded by SWORD. Yeah, so I heard they all have the same tents. They all have the same fucking uniforms.
They do have the exact same tent.
If you look in their dirty ass, smelly vans, their Antifa uniforms are probably there. Several colleges are closing and going to online classes because of violent like that's a fucking loss. Most of those colleges should close anyways. Mookie special guest request. Rural Northern California. Open tip match is what it stands for. Just the tip. Madison, Georgia, what's up? Just like the Ryder trucks with bricks. Yeah, no shit. They showed up in Nashville, not far from here. Sonny is AK specialist. No Miami Vice. Russian veto ban on nuke space weapons. Come on, like, are we going to adhere to anything that we tell Russia? Is Russia going to adhere to anything that they tell us? I think that they come together in a room and they're like, you say, I'll say this, and then you say this, and then I'll say this, and then we'll all say this about each other. I think it's all fucking planned. Keep fucking around with Russia though. Like that seems like a great idea. Let's keep doing that. Mansfield, Bob said most of them are not even college students. No, fuck no, they're not. They're smelly fucking dirty hippies. Just walk up into you don't need National Guard for that shit. Just fucking pepper spray the crowd. How would MSPF have done it?
Sting ball grenades.
Nikos.
Sting ball grenades and dudes with shields and helmets and sticks that would hit people and move forward. Hit people, move forward.
They don't hit people anymore.
I know they don't. The reality is that they would do it just like we did it in Mogadishu. It would be one corporal that never skips a chest and arm day with a fucking baseball bat.
Been plenty of people killed with rubber bullets.
Well, that's true. You know that the Israelis
they don't skip those motherfuckers.
But the Israelis actually had suppressed 10-22s that they used as less than lethal because the person doesn't die when you shoot them in the arm.
Because it's less than lethal.
Less than lethal.
How would the Chinese handle it?
With a bulldozer.
Amanda says bear spray.
Who's the Fed?
He is the brother Fed. Who are we talking about, Homestead? Why don't they use birdshot?
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure somebody's thought about it in the past.
Most of those college students wouldn't last against fly spray. I mean, they've got their LARPing costumes down really well. I mean, they were at like World of Warfare last week. I mean, they can take those 55-gallon drums and make some good costumes. Unfortunately, China would handle it the way it should be handled. No shit. No shit. They are getting exactly what they want. If you see something happening that you are compelled to discuss on the world stage, especially within the United States, it is orchestrated to get the action that is being done. They are getting exactly what the fuck they want. There is nothing happening on those campuses that they don't allow to happen or in fact orchestrate. Super bummed I couldn't make it. Sounds like a fun place to throw firecrackers. Dude, if you were in there throwing firecrackers, there would be a federal task force against you for harming protesters. Go roust up, go work a task force. You and some of your boys go find out where there's some pedophiles and go take those guys down, right? Or go hit some crack houses or something. The feds would spend more money coming after you than saving the fucking children. Get a stockpile of Axe body spray. Have you seen the lead drop straps that double as a tourniquet? I'm not familiar with what you're talking about. Dude showed up to class and said, said he was a land surveyor. Lewis said, "Oh, that's an interesting way to say fed." Wood chipper. Are 12 gauge beanbag rounds effective? Local sheriff's department just got a shitload of 40 Mike. Well, the beanbag 40 Mike? Is that what you're asking?
There's some pretty good video of them using that in Orange County.
The beanbags?
Yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah, breaks
40 millimeter,
ribs.
they fuck you up.
It'll knock your fucking jaw off. The way to handle it is drop shrooms and axes off on campus. Oh, shit. Could you imagine melee? The shrooms would sedate them, and then the guys that didn't take them would finish the rest of the guys. For every crack house, there is one local father willing to solve the issue, and every now and then they do solve the issue. We make memes of those guys. We consider them heroes. Bo, what's up, my man? General nylon care and maintenance best practices. Take care of your nylon like you're going to wash dishes. Warm water, washed by hand. Do not put it in your dryer or washing machine. The impellers on some of those things will friction burn some of the material occasionally. We've seen that happen.
Leave it in the
You
sun.
don't need to pressure wash it. The sun, the worst thing that happens to anything that I own, cars, razors, nylon gear, anything, is UV sun. Keep that shit out of the sun as much as possible. Not that it can't go out in the sun,
Just
but
don't leave it out.
yeah, it's
Don't
cumulative.
don't store it outside and be like, come back 6 months later and be like, "Oh, how come my shit's faded?"
Yep. Yeah, just wash it like you do dishes by hand.
But if it does get faded, just get some spray paint.
And be cognizant too, like wherever you're going, like that some of that detergent fucking smells. Fabric softener and
Yeah.
shit. You take that out in the field with a bunch of dudes, like they're gonna smell you a mile away. So let that shit air out. Try to use, stuff that doesn't smell as much as possible. And if a dog's after you, they're fucking gonna get you anyways. Stuart Remington, Kyle Rittenhouse riot control team. Did you put a roof rack on the Forerunner? I need one. Yes, I have. I have Victory off-road stuff all over the Forerunner. You have a lot of options, man. I would check out Up Top Overland also. Rago Fabrication is great. The chick Melissa that owns the place, her and her husband, I think he's a Marine. Cool products, great people. She was very cool to us at Overland Expo. But you don't get you want one for the Tacoma, man. That damn thing, there you go. That is paralysis through analysis will be your problem. You have options. For me, so I can handle protesters and take care of business. You ever owned a Sequoia? No, I have. Hey, Kent, what's up, man? That's your boy.
That is Kent. There
That's
he is,
your boy.
Kent.
No, are you telling? Is that how you tell me you bought a Sequoia? I know some people that have them. They're nice. I've seen them on the road. The newer ones, they're fucking really nice. That's like their version of the Tahoe. It's the big Forerunner. Treat it like dishes. Have your wife wash them. Buy, sell, or hold. We should have just let the Tide Pod challenge run it. Fuck yeah, we should have. Hope to see an XL red fupa. Nobody wants XL fupas. Oh, a red fupa. I thought you meant a dangler. Diet Pepsi or Diet Coke?
Diet Pepsi all the way. Diet Coke is a good supplement because there's a lot of places you can't get Diet Pepsi.
Top 3 rifle drills for average Joes.
Top 3 rifle drills for average Joe.
Shoot, move, communicate.
Yeah, that's it. Just learn how to shoot, move, and communicate.
Kill, kill, kill. Wife don't wash gear or cast iron. Wives don't wash gear or cast iron. Mine does.
Hmm.
There are people who want an XL dangler. I know. No, you don't. No, you do not. If anything, we're scaling down. We're going to smaller fupas. Got a Sequoia O2 paid cash for, and I regret every day trading it for Jeep. Does Skully fill his Camel back with Diet Pepsi?
No, the Camelbacks. I stay with water because you put weird shit in your Camelback, it becomes a test tube for funky shit. So I don't put anything in my Camelback but water, which is a rough day, guys. I mean, if I have to drink a Camelback full of water, let me tell you, you don't want to be at the house at the end of the day.
This mother, you should know better. This motherfucker don't use Camelbacks.
Be fucking crazy.
I'm thinking about dabbling with solar. What do you think of the EcoFlow panels so far?
I love the EcoFlow stuff. All this stuff is, but I haven't like gone out, drained the battery, and ran the panels. So I haven't done that yet. But when you look at comparison panels with some of the other companies, EcoFlow is pretty good about. They're pretty close to the wattage that they say they're going to put out. Obviously, about the 400 watts, they don't really put out 400 watts. It's like 352 watts or something like that. But I mean, so far, I like the way this system is working. But again, I haven't really tested it hard. I'm getting ready to do that. I've just been waiting to finish the cabin of the dog kennel to make it as luxurious as possible, so Little Spoon will be happy.
Argument from canteens. So this man asking, I don't know if you've met my neighbor over here. He is a Marine, but he
Canteens are
was
good.
an Air Wing guy. So he
I
might not
love
know.
canteens. They don't.
Why can't
You were in the Air Wing, Bo? They don't have canteens in the Air Wing.
He was a guy, right? Helicopter guy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So why
Yeah,
canteens
those
over hydrocares?
Oh, is that the thing? Why canteens over hydrogen?
That's how I'm taking it.
Because when you have blown out as many bladders because you're leaning your body armor is smashing it against the inside of your Humvee or the back of a truck, and then you don't have any water and your fucking ass crack is wet for the rest of the day. You can't do that with canteen. Again, there's a time and a place for everything. I've used hydro carriers. I've also used canteens. But if you're humping in the woods, you can't beat a canteen because again, it's a lot easier to fill a canteen than it is a hydro carrier. You got to cut shit off. Where all I have to do is take the canteen out. And I can hand that to somebody. Somebody else can go fill that.
But they got all bladders. They got the rollable fucking bladders and stuff.
Again, once you gear up, you put all your shit on.
Right. I'm talking about it. We're talking about a separate thing.
Nobody pulls the fucking bladder out.
We're talking about a separate thing now. Yeah. Don't forget the thumbs up. Who won the Tiger Stripe? I don't remember who won it. It went for $1,450. My first hit thermal French bulldog fart at 1,000 yards.
Yeah, the thermal's the way to go, man. If you're thinking about getting into that nighttime game, go thermal.
Real canteen can be used to boil water. You might not know this, but you can boil water in a plastic canteen too. You know that?
Yes. Yeah. You can use a plastic cup. You do it right.
Yep.
What's 1450?
That Tiger Stripe WBI.
Oh yeah.
Japanese price, buddy. When will we see the movie parades? Skully, when will we see the movie parades?
The movie parades? I don't know.
Have you looked into alpaca socks? No, I haven't.
I have.
Smart Wolves.
I love them. Matter of fact, I just bought another. They're the best socks I own. Not that I'm a sock snob, but Little Spoon got me 6 pair, and I wear them all the time. I love those socks. It was a great investment, so much so that I just recently purchased some more. They're kind of spendy, but the socks are great.
There you go. What battery banks, man? I've got big Blue Eddy stuff. They call them solar generators. They're just fancy battery packs. I have Goal Zero, some smaller stuff that'll go in a cargo pocket. It's got a 110 outlet in it. And then I've got a bunch of Anchor. And then there's another brand I've been using for about the last 6 months that I really like, and I can't remember the basis. I think it's Basis, Boosis, or something like that. I bought them just off chance by Amazon reviews, and they're fucking badass. And all the ports will charge in and power out.
I'm just using EcoFlow right now, and it seems to be working.
Favorite rifle scope brand?
I don't have one.
Thermal rifle. What thermal do you recommend for 16-inch 5.56?
I can't think. It's the Pulsar. Pulsar thermals. They make the best thermals.
There, Amanda posted it.
I mean, they make the best thermals that you can go out and buy at a reasonable price. And when I say reasonable, they're still $1,000. But the best fucking thermals now are $50,000.
Corey, is that a killdozer you got there in your avatar? I like it. Started using canteens because it's easier to drink water while in the gas. Do you spend a lot of time in gas, man?
Yeah, that's true. It is. If you have to do anything in a gas mask, that's the only way to do it. Can't do it with CamelBak. Do they make an adapter?
CamelBak does, yeah.
I think they do, actually.
Yep. They do. They did even back in 2000. They did.
Yeah, but I don't think. I'm trying to think.
We were a dealer for CamelBak.
Yeah.
In Oceanside. And Surefire. And Oakley. It is the killdozer nice. Interested to see what Whistling Diesel's going to do with his. I think he used it to send him. I think the message has been sent.
Yeah.
iRay is doing good shit with thermal game.
Yeah, iRay's another one, but as far as saturating the market and the individual the company that's, I don't know. It's again, all I'm saying is your night vision devices, your regular night vision devices, your C-square stuff, man, you got to go to thermal. There's no reason to spend $30,000 on a pair of PBS 22s or whatever the 27s that they're using now, when you can get a $5,000 thermal that will allow you to identify that motherfucker wearing night vision way before he can identify you. It's not even part of the game anymore. If you don't have a thermal with you, you are seriously hampering yourself, because somebody with even a cheap thermal, somebody with a cheap thermal is going to be able to see you before you can see them. And that's just the name of the game. It's always about who can see who first.
If you have a short tongue, you're fucked when trying to drink water through a gas mask. If they can put a dick on a chick, we can lengthen your tongue.
I've never had to use my tongue.
Never heard that comment. I've never read that sentence before. My wife would leave me if she found out how much I paid for my thermal. If your wife has time to take issue with how much you paid for your thermal, she has time for another job to buy you more thermals.
Yes, thermals, like all electronics, get outdated. But again, what's going on in the thermal world is they're just making them smaller. So if you're willing to carry a little bit extra weight, you can identify a target at 1K. You can identify and shoot a target at 1K. Well, some people can't. You probably can. No PVS can do that. You cannot fucking do that with a PVS.
Hunt with thermal, kill with NVG.
You can't. Again, I'm gonna see you. I'm gonna see you with my thermal before you can ever see me. So the NVG is almost irrelevant. Matter of fact, you're getting ready to come. You're gonna see
all in one.
You're gonna see that. Yeah, they're trying to do all in one, but I think the clarity of the new thermals is going to make the PBSs just go away. But you're going to see, because of what's going on in Israel, the new hotness is a thermal weapons laser, and you're going to start seeing people using that to mark targets versus regular lasers.
This guy says I've been running PVS 14s and a flare
Yeah,
breach
that's
on
a
a
good
bridge.
that's a good combination because the problem with again, there's pros and cons, but I'm saying if you're in the fight, thermal's the way to go. You can drive with the PVS 14s. You can't drive with the thermal because the thermal can't see through the glass.
Thermal is a drone with a thermal. Not irrelevant. Not irrelevant. You're wrong. Thermal is limited by surface temperature.
Oh, I just said that, guys. But no, sorry. There's a new thermal system out there right now that is able to look through glass. Yeah. Now it's again, it's a $50,000 thermal.
Well, next
But
year it'll be 12.
that's what I'm saying. It's coming around. It's coming around because again, you know what also can't see through glass? PVS 14. Not really. I mean, you can drive with the motherfuckers, but I'm not using the PVS 27 to look at targets downrange inside a building without using an IR source to illuminate the interior of that room.
Yeah, Cody.
And you can't use IR on the battlefield anymore, bros, because they will fucking light your ass up.
Cody thermal overlay.
Cody thermal is pretty good. It's a good for if you get into that. If you already have if you already have PVS thermal, is pretty good.
Ninja Kent here says he's had Halo X. I've hit multiple targets at 700 and 800 yards in 2x.
I don't know what the XRF is.
It's just shit. I had a head mount dual band system, a thermal bridge, and PVS 14.
And that's a good way to go if you can put the two together. Because again, like I said, the stuff that we have right now, it's kind of hard to drive with. You can't drive with. You need the PVS to drive with. But
I hope all these night vision guys have women.
Why?
I just hope they do. I hope they're just not straight night vision goobers.
But even for the thermal side of the house, even the military has a thermal driving camera that they put in their Humvees now.
We use thermals at the fire department for interior. It sees through smoke well, but isn't good as people think outside of that.
That's because of
experience.
Yeah, but that's because of the type of thermal that you guys are using at the fire department. Those thermals actually aren't designed to look for outside target threats. You're using a thermal that's specifically designed for the type of thing that you're looking for in that hotspot.
SW gear saved my life when a scaffolding railing failed. Stiff ass EDC belt gave my coworker a good grip to help me pull me up where a lesser belt would have failed. Well, I'm glad that you're okay. I've heard this story before. Did this just happen, or have I heard this? Is this you again, or did this recently happen? We've heard this several times actually from different people. Skill video incoming to your PM.
Skill video.
He's sending you a PM of it. He's sending you a video right now
of him shooting that guy.
Thermal sucks when it rains.
Everything sucks when it rains.
LEO only Cody has the capability of program routes and trail lines in the overlay.
There's I can't think of the name of the number, but there's actually a night vision device that does it too. Which you can get now because the military doesn't use it anymore.
Last 6 months, I actually hadn't shared. Got it, man. I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad that did not go fucking catastrophic. I'll bet you fucking pooped a little bit.
Where's he sending? Where are you sending that shit?
Your private messages on Facebook.
Yeah.
He probably just hasn't sent yet. It's probably a heavy video. I've been reading about producing smoke nades that have metal particles in to defeat thermal vision.
I don't know if it'll work. I mean, again, that's kind of cool. There's all kinds of, I mean, there used to be practical ways to defeat thermal. There really used to be ways. As long as you could create an ambient temperature that was the same as the exterior temperature you could hide from it. That's not the case anymore. I'm telling you. The thermals that they're putting out right now, I have a buddy who works for a real thermal company. A real thermal company. He brought one out that was as big as a PVS 14. And it looks like fucking like when I looked at it, I was like, this isn't a thermal. It looks just like daytime.
So just Zip saying, I know the Russians have a auto laser that will fire on glass in scopes, red dots, blinds, and snipers. So I heard somebody talking about this a couple weeks ago. Like if you have glass on the battlefield, something is going to fucking just drill right in on you. Like it is, you are a target.
Yeah, but the problem with using IR in the rain is you're still going to get refraction.
John Kruger, what's up, buddy?
Yes, and the thing with the Russians is they actually had this for their tanks.
It all depends on who your adversary is.
They had it for your tank. They had it for their tanks. That whenever the fucking the tank was hit by any type of lasing device, that the tank outside of the control of the crew would aim the gun and fire. But they've adapted that. They're using it in Ukraine. They've adapted it, so they can't even use laser rangefinders over there anymore because
Remember that sniper spotter thing? They had them in different countries had them, and it was like a fucking little mini gun that
oh yeah,
just whenever sniper fire went off, it would need to do a big order to say thanks for taking even the mundane shit like EDC built. Seriously, you don't need. If you need some shit, order it.
don't order it if you don't need
Dude,
it.
I'm glad you're okay, Jacob. I'm back with the plants for the whole farmer's market. I bet she did. I'll bet she bought every plant they had. All right, guys, we're out of here. Thanks for bullshitting with us today. We did Patreon today. We did a 2-hour pulling the thread that will be up shortly for you guys. And we will see you next time.